This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
I mean, I've got another juicy daisy chain potential swap for you. I mean, blood's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh. Lots of blood.
Wait till you guys get my daisy chain for the next pick.
Oh, your next daisy chain.
Oh, man. I'm real excited about this.
Is it John Woo related?
No, but God, I wish. That's a good one. You know what? Let me think about it. Let me do some research. Hold on.
A lot of birds, man. There's a lot of birds in this shit.
Oh, that's another horseman shit.
Oh, my God.
A lot of weird horsemen in this.
Yeah.
Now, I just need about 5 minutes from now for you saying that to echo in my mind as I'm in slow motion.
Oh, I'll say it again. I'll help you out with that.
That fucking echo's position, man.
They just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Constantly.
But it wasn't even an echo like, your father.
No.
Let me just repeat this line.
From 5 minutes ago. It's tactical redundancy, echo, exposition.
Combination.
It's a cosmic gumbo, guys. Cosmic gumbo's the horseman.
This movie does not think highly of its audience.
No, these dumb fucks are not going to get this.
It thinks its audience is really dumb.
At the end, they're just like, you know what? Let's just fucking write it down for them. I don't think they got it. Let's just fucking write it down.
In the book? God damn.
This is the most disrespectful a movie has been to its audience that we've ever done.
Are you dumb?
You want to get stupid?
It's a cosmic mix of the action of the 90s combined with the exploitation films of the 70s. But with modern touches, it's hyper-violence, but it knows that it is. It's a little bit Tarantino. It's definitely a little bit Michael Mann. It's kind of a cosmic gumbo. It almost moves to the beat of jazz.
People are genetically inferior, or they're culturally crippled, or they're socially deprived.
How come God couldn't make everyone one color, like tan?
I wish I'd fucked a black broad before I got married.
I could really feel 400 years of oppression and anger in every pelvic thrust.
I can smell horny across an ocean.
Not all women.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Just the hot ones.
Hello, Oprah.
You're not allowed to go down on me for 1 month.
No, Judith,
Don't
please.
make me take away your masturbation privileges.
Yeah, I'm horny too, baby.
Hey, Chowman, come on down here. Will you want to exercise my dominance?
Scaring.
I'm getting a patriarchal urge. Don't mind me. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're a team. We work together.
I don't know if you were paying attention.
I wasn't.
Please, goddammit! Just one more drink! I'll cut off your tits with a knife, you bitch!
5 whiskeys. That's breakfast on the river.
Yo, you have to clip it, Maze.
Clip what? A fucking tiger? What are you talking about?
It's not that hard. Just chop, boom, out.
Wow, Maze has a really hard job.
This is going to be the worst episode we've ever done.
My people don't give a ding-dong diddly about what flag fly over Hawaii.
You bore me, Fury.
Where is the microfilm?
It's nothing but a bag of meat and flesh and tendon.
Why didn't they just name him Spaghetti Lasagna?
Fuck, this movie's 2 hours long?
This is like the John Gruden emails of movies.
Do you like ducks?
Or a trench coat full of bees flying around? Like, that would scare me. Bees are cool. That's a duck, man.
No, I get it.
Coolio.
You're the devil's baby, mama. I didn't lie, Annie. I just didn't tell you certain things.
Don't play no reindeer games with me.
An American ninja? What are you talking about? There is no such thing.
You've gotten rich off of the people in this town. You bet your ass I have. And I'm going to get richer.
Coughlin's Law.
Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know.
Oh, man. I wish I had better notes.
Have you ever heard such a
pail of shit.
Once I get a DVD player, I'm gonna watch Gallo Walkers once a day.
Come here and give me a squudge.
You know what to do from here, internet.
All right, cool. Let me Google how to open QuickTime.
Justice is blind.
He's got space dementia.
But it can be heard.
Time to find out exactly what this ooze can do.
Pull the fucking rabbit out of your dick and phobe.
I'm Temecula's newest hard-on, dog.
Hey, look at here. Why don't we eat us a few thousand beers? You can tell me what's buzzing in the big bad city.
Coming at you! You gotta look out for number one. Set your sights on the stars and the sun. Look out for number one. You gotta push a little harder, push a little harder. Yeah.
Enough! It's not funny anymore.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin and That's Anthony Mayes. Make sure you're listening to us on Spotify, or we are gonna seduce you while you get fake whipped or stabbed or punctured, or I don't know what's happening here.
We're gonna knock you up.
Kind of, but not
Not really?
Fake knock you up. Ghost knock you up.
Spotify is where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for Craven the Hunter, 79.4% phobe, 20.6% file.
I gotta know, whomst.
Someone on the Reddit was trying to tell us it wasn't that bad.
Guys,
Craven wasn't that bad.
it's atrocious.
Spotify is also where you can leave a comment, like Victoria, who said, "My dad, I don't have a good relationship with, recommended this movie to me weeks ago, and now I'm not sure why he liked it."
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Michael D. Rogers commented, "No mention of the AI over DeBose's lips. That was an easy golden dumpster because it's so bad." Sounds like you didn't watch. Look at this photograph, Michael D. Rogers. Because I did a comprehensive breakdown of that shit. Some things that are visual gags were kicking to the look at this photograph now.
Hey, folks, go to the YouTube page. Every episode, we do a look at this photograph. You're missing out if you're not going to this.
Like and subscribe.
If you haven't watched them yet, you got hours of content to throw on.
Dude, you got all weekend.
And then Josh commented, "Not even Aquaman above water could make Morbius look slightly better."
What?
Morbius.
Oh, he's calling Craven Aquaman above water.
Yeah. Landman.
I got confused because Aquaman 2 is...
Above water?
He's always above water.
Yeah, right? He's just always up there.
He's never underwater. We never see him in water.
I still remember I watched it on a plane. We landed 30 minutes before it was done. I didn't even want to finish the movie. I was like, I'm good.
You said no Momoa.
Popoa.
Oh, giant Popoa. Giant popos. I'm disturbed by how well I do that.
We all are.
Yeah, it's spot on.
You picked that up real quick.
I think about all the things we've gotten wrong. Like, wrong. You got it wrong.
Well, no, that one's spot on.
And I tentage.
I don't actually want to see physical harm done to you, but I do wonder if you got thrown against a fireplace, would you splay out like Norm?
Of course. How else would I do it? You let my hog take the brunt of that, that impact. My massive hog.
Leave us a review, leave a comment. Make sure you're checking out CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave us your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media.
Dude, the Killing Season episode has one of my favorite segments of Cinephobe ever. We're talking about Rocky versus AIDS. It's what Rocky 5 was. We were doing a preview for Rocky 5. We didn't even know we were going to do that movie.
I knew we were going to do that movie someday.
18-minute mark. Go back and listen to it.
Or in the Discord by subscribing to the Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings. You get access to ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, rewatching and live events, past, present, and future. My mom actually missed the Rewatchington event of the rehearsal episode 5. What I did, because she is a Patreon subscriber, went and found that episode for her, sent it right to her. Easy rewatch.
Nice.
You get episodes early, you get access and discount on live show tickets, access to our Discord, and extra content across the entire Count the Dings network. If you have a submission, submit it. Reminder needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. 21 episodes ago, we hit 250, and then a brand new daisy chain started. mascots to get him to start nagging me to date G-Girl on a fly tip before I broke it off with her because she was too crazy. We made jokes you can't make anymore and learned sexual harassment was a two-way street with my super ex-girlfriend. I used superheroes to have us bully some kids in Greece, only to have them do some weird science with bats to become Batman. So one of us could go for the hot doctor while Amin cucked from the street in Morbius. Mays used vampires to lure us into a mansion so he could suck our inner thighs 3 times while our horny friends picked up broads at the laundromat outside Clownburger as we went over blueprints for Photobar, the hottest new nightlife spot in Once Bitten. Now Amin is using blood to bring us the 1999 supernatural horror mystery Stigmata.
Supernatural horror.
No.
But not just horror.
Not just horror.
And not a mystery.
Not a mystery.
Stigmata stars Patricia Arquette, Gabriel Byrne, and Jonathan Pryce. Patricia is a repeat offender for Tiptoes.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Which she dated. What was his name?
Maurice.
Maurice, yeah, that's what it was.
Patricia Arquette stars as 90s ass woman.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Visual representation. You want to know what the 90s were like.
That's her.
In a way that when you watch TV shows and movies now and they're like, remember back in the 90s? That's what it looked like.
She had Lost Highway and Night Watch in 97, this movie and Bringing Out the Dead in 99, and Little Nicky in 2000. Gabriel Byrne, you know from Usual Suspects, Enemy of the State, and Ghost Ship, future Cinephobe.
He stars as Father Scientist.
Jonathan Pryce was in The Two Popes, Tomorrow Never Dies, and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
Cardinal Establishment.
Nia Long from Boys in the Hood, Friday, and You People.
My wife, Donna.
Thomas Capacci from Leaving Las Vegas, where Nick Cage won Best Actor, and he's a repeat offender from Armageddon.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Rade Cerbegia, that's Boris the Blade, repeat offender from Taken 2.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Boris the Blade.
Yeah, I use Father Boris the Blade in mine, but yeah.
Father.
Enrico Calantoni, repeat offender from Money Train.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
He played Elliot on Just Shoot Me.
Yeah.
Imagine my surprise the first time he spoke with such a thick-ass accent, I instantly called him
Luigi Pinocchio.
Same notes. Where's my bell? Where's my goddamn bell?
Where's my bell? Padre Luigi Pinocchio.
Father, just shoot me. That's what I call him.
Veronica Mars. And he's the principal and English teacher.
Portia de Rossi from 89 episodes of Ally McBeal and 84 episodes of Arrested Development.
I called her just got back from Sandals Resort. Her hair's braided.
Patrick Muldoon from Breaking Up Zach and Kelly on Saved by the Bell.
Starship Troopers and the Robo-Dog franchise, which I sent you guys a picture of.
And Cusack, repeat offender from Accepted.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Nurse work doctor.
Sean Tube, I didn't see him, but he's from Bad Boys and Iron Man.
He's a doctor. He keeps Nia Long out of the operating area or the examination area.
Mm-hmm. And then Jack Donna from Four Christmases, repeat offender.
Oh, I missed him.
He's Father Paolo Alameda.
Oh, okay.
Who dies in the beginning.
Alameda
County. Stigmata was directed by Rupert Wainwright. Rupert directed Blank Check, The Fog, and a shitload of MC Hammer videos.
The Can't Touch This Music video guy made Stigmata? CT5 Revelations.
7 MC Hammer videos.
He can't be black, right?
Absolutely not.
Rupert Wainwright?
Not Rufus Wainwright either.
You think Rupert Wainwright might be black?
Hold on. Did you hear what Mays said?
No.
Not Rufus Wainwright either.
He corrected him. Not Rufus. That's racist.
That is racist.
What's racist?
Gong yourself.
There's a guy named Rufus Wainwright.
Whomst.
He's a musician.
Is he black?
No.
Oh, shit.
That's an upset. No, that's racist. We have 2 writing credits. Tom Lazarus, story and screenplay credit. Wrote The President's Mistress. It's a TV movie. Mazes and Monsters. Just You and Me, Kid. And 20 episodes of Jake and the Fat Man.
Batman.
Great show.
And then Rick Ramage. Screenplay credit.
I was expecting you to go Rick Ramage.
The Proposition and Ichabod with an exclamation point. Synopsis for Stigmata.
I just thought, some women have said, I have an Ichabod. An Ichabod, like it's kind of gross.
When a young woman becomes afflicted by stigmata, a priest is sent to investigate her case, which may have severe ramifications for his faith and for the Catholic Church itself. Has nothing to do with his faith.
Well,
kind of.
Well,
no, not his faith, just his job.
That's his faith right there, man.
No, we'll get to it.
All right.
Because I have a revelation at the end.
CD5.
He's gay.
Tagline, the messenger is here.
Terrible tagline.
Well, we have 6 more.
Jesus.
Oh.
Is that one of them? Jesus?
No. The messenger must be silenced.
Better.
That's a spoiler.
How's your faith these days?
Okay.
Terrible.
Wow, conflicting reports. All right. You don't have to believe to suffer. And there's a ... in there.
Yes. I mean, sure.
Believe the words, beware the message, behold the truth.
Too complicated.
Second to last one. This summer, what will you believe?
Do you believe?
Clip it.
I don't know if I do anymore.
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Do you believe? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do. Do you believe? Maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do anymore. Do you believe? Let me know when you have time.
This one might be a CT5 tagline. I got to consider this. It'll scare the hell into you.
Oh,
that's a banger.
Got him.
How is that not the main one? That's a great tagline.
Also, really accurate.
$29 million estimated budget, gross $50 million US, 89.4 million worldwide. That's a hit.
A lot of Catholics. Catholic month is back.
Probably a lot of hate watches for the Catholics too. Before we jump into this movie, you listen to the rest of this podcast. Stigmata is available on Pluto TV and Tubi.
And Amazon Prime.
Stigmata receives 22% on 93 critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 63% from the audience on over 50,000 ratings. I mean, check the positive or the negative reviews.
I'm a half pregnant kind of guy, Zach. Give me the positives.
Positive reviews.
Why you shake your head?
I don't know if you can be half pregnant.
Growing up and you're late on your period?
Oh, that's not half. Okay.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
Walter Chaw of Film Freak Central.
Cha.
I don't do that. I do magic. Cha.
Stigmata is a beautiful disaster, deeply felt and faux profound at once. And like all great theater of the absurd, able to highlight the extra textual consequence of that tension.
Faux profound is definitely a descriptor.
Ted Anthony of Associated Press.
Carmelo Anthony. I'm lying. That wasn't the first name I thought of. I thought of Casey Anthony first.
Jesus Christ. Worth a look, even if you walk away a bit offended by the viscera and blasphemy it depicts.
Tagline again, Jesus Christ.
Mark Ramsey of Movie Juice. Juice. Like orange juice.
Ah. You know, I heard Juice killed Jesus.
Add another one to the tally. Got a sweet humanistic spiritual message wrapped into its broader themes of bloodletting.
What?
Widget Walls of needcoffee.com.
Widget Walls West.
The film itself only mildly works as a film which inspires horror. What it mostly works as is a rental.
Yeah, actually, no. It's on Freebie and Tubi.
Michael Dukina of themoviereport.com.
He liked this one? Because of my wife, Donna.
Surprisingly serious and intelligent food for thought about faith and supernatural phenomena. No, he's just an idiot.
So that's who they were trying to explain it to. There you go.
And then user Maroon, M-A-R-O-U-N. Maroon? But it's not really maroon. Maroon A, 5 out of 5 stars.
Maroon 5.
I love this movie. I can't get enough watching it. I understand why most don't like it. People don't like very realistic movies. The message of the movie is very disturbing in my opinion. It says that every religion is born from a whore.
What?
Every religion is born from a whore.
A whore?
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times. Stigmata is possibly the funniest movie ever made about Catholicism. Tom Long of Detroit News. A bloody mess. Stephen Boone of City Search.
Boone's Farms.
A film this dramatically inept doesn't test your faith in the papacy nearly as much as it troubles your faith in movies. Desson Thompson of Washington Post. Is there an 8th deadly sin called narcissistic direction? Wesley Morris of San Francisco Examiner. A more bone-chilling experience is trying to solve the mystery of whether Arquette, Gabriel Byrne as the Vatican priest trying to save her, and Nia Long as the best friend on standby needed to be in a hit this badly. Or Scott Weinberg of eFilmCritic.com.
Do the voice and don't kill Jesus when you do it.
This girl could make millions doing Band-Aid commercials.
Oh, well done.
I actually kind of wanted to do the voice. We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and my first note after these messages, unless you are a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/countthedings, in which you get an ad-free episode right meow. Amin, what is your first note?
I'm going to have to confess I need you guys to be the judge of whether this needs to be supercharged or not. I don't know. This is a legitimate sentiment.
If you don't know, I'm going to say yes without even hearing it.
Hear me out.
Okay.
And I must stress, it's a legitimate sentiment. I'm not trying to be funny.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be offensive. I really have this quandary. I can't remember which Arquette is it.
Let's gong that.
Catch flights, not feelings. God damn it.
You know what? Maze, it's a lot of work, but maybe clip in something from Captain Jeff there over what he said. He's fucking, I swear to God. It gongs me. I didn't say shit.
It emphasized you saying Captain Jeff, which I kind of liked. It might actually have been good timing on that.
I've already been with thousands of women on dates. I'm a recovered or maybe recovering serial dater, as you may or may not know. That's part of what I wrote Catch Flights, Not Feelings, the book about. You know, I was addicted to women. I'm not gonna lie. Like every girl I saw, I wanted to like talk to, get her number, try to chat her up. And it's not like I was addicted to the sex necessarily, although, you know, I like sex, as you probably, you know, can imagine. But it's not just about that. It's about the chase, being able to take a beautiful woman when there's so many guys hitting them up all the time and her choosing you instead of this other man to let inside her. And for me, that was kind of what I was addicted to versus just the actual act of smashing itself.
That's your first note?
Yep.
And then I said, Belo Quinto, South Brazil. That's how you fucking do it, Craven. Because remember, Craven was like, oh, somewhere outside of London. These motherfuckers gave us the name of the town and where in Brazil it was.
Maze, what is your first note?
So at my bachelor party, we played pool basketball. And when I got out of the pool, my toes were really scraped up and they started bleeding. They just started gushing blood.
Yeah.
And that's the closest I've come to stigmata.
Damn, how long were you in the pool?
I mean, a lot of us scraped our toes up because it was cement on the bottom of the pool or whatever. But I'm the only one that bled.
Oh, Catholic month.
Were you cutting hard in pool basketball?
It got violent.
He's pivoting.
Dab stepping.
Drop step, dunk.
It got real in the pool.
My first note, this is real. Over the last 20-ish years, I have constantly replaced the lyrics in 50 Cent's I Know You Like My Style with this movie. He says, the original Dun Dada Nobody Bomb Harder. And I have two versions of this where I say, the original Stigmata Nobody Bled Harder. Or there's also the original Dun Dada Nobody Stigmata. This goes through my head constantly. Not just when I think of this movie, randomly all the time.
Never doubt that Zach has been preparing for this podcast his entire life.
Yeah.
In the most unnecessary ways possible.
It's a mess up here. Let me tell you.
Oh, man. When you were telling the story last night, you had so much detail. The detail was so rich. It was rich detail. Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know.
Oh, yes.
Now it's time for the scenes. Here's what happened. Bow. Belo Quinto, Southeast Brazil. Old man is going over some scrolls. He's translating. He's got rosary beads. Some dumbass kid.
Hi, Brent.
He's ringing a church bell.
Rosary beads.
There's a man with Morbius eyes with a crucifix. There's a parade.
It's Morbin time.
Yeah.
Gabriel Byrne is there.
The chanting sounds a lot like the Wonder Woman theme.
Yeah.
That ethereal singing. Every single peasant they show us his ass off.
I pray that Amin isn't look at this photographing the people in this scene.
Well,
because I feel like you could have really gone in.
I started with 2, and then I thought it's too much. I gotta.
Yeah, 2 is where you drew the line.
Every single person I wanted to grab a photograph.
So watch the first 5 minutes of the movie. You'll see what Amin's talking about.
We find out that Gabriel is an investigator. He's looking for Father Alameda County. Louis Pinnock for him speaking Portuguese at this funeral.
Sure, he won't win.
Blood's coming out of the statue like Luke Cornett hit him with an elbow. Is that still topical? Probably not.
From the eyes of a white statue, a wind blows through the church, extinguishes all the candles.
Did a drop just go in reverse?
If I walked into a church and all the statues are bleeding,
I'm out.
I'm walking right back out.
I'm out. Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all got it from here, man.
Yeah.
Especially if everyone here seems to be really devout. They're loving this. You do you.
If I walk into a church and there's some bingo kid with homemade wings flapping because a bird flies through the air, I'm walking out.
First of all, what's up with that kid? Second of all, what's up with the other child dressed like a Victoria's Secret runway model? Why are you dressing a kid like that? Don't say, why would your dad? No, don't say.
All right, the candles light back up on their own.
Doves go flying up out of nowhere. Feathers come floating down.
One of the peasants says, look, how much more proof do you need? And I said, same note too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced.
It's like Chris Pine. Doesn't that make you believe?
Look at the boy bleed.
Look at the eyes bleed.
Turn on the tape recorder. He starts doing some Ghostbuster readings or something. I don't know what the fuck he's doing on the altar.
They all start doing the cross.
Sign of the cross.
As soon as he starts taking photos. Mayes, what kind of camera is that?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. That's a Nikon F3 HP with a SB16A external flash. See, normally the flash is not mounted on the corner like that. It's coming off to the side. That's kind of an old school where they'd have the flash bulbs that actually pop and you need to replace the bulb.
Yeah.
That's where that's mounted. And it's got a really big motor drive, which actually makes the body really tall. It's adding about half the body length underneath, and that's just to wind the film because the camera's so old that it didn't have the ability to wind the film automatically. You'd have to manually wind it. That's why you got to get that motor drive on there. So that's an antique rig that he's got.
Fucking Vatican
rig.
Oops. Started crying the day the father died. That's when the blood came out. The day the doves came back. Village loved him. One in the crowd said the tears of the mother are the blood of Christ. He takes a sample. He says, clear the church. He wants to take the crate. They won't let it happen. He's taking a lot of the same picture.
You need to take multiples when you're shooting film, dude.
No, pictorial redundancy is big in this movie. He takes the same fucking picture the whole time.
The one on the wall was pretty bad.
You don't need 9 of it.
Come on, dude. If it's in focus in your thing, it's not moving. It's a statue.
We see a picture with Boris the Blade in there. Some kid jacks the rosary from the corpse.
Yeah. Someone snatches the beads from the dead man's hand.
Goes and sells it to a white woman.
To a blonde woman.
Which is funny because I feel like the kid undertook an unnecessary amount of risk. He could have taken any rosary and sold it to the white woman at incredible markup because she's white.
That wouldn't have been important to the story. I mean, this is a crucial act.
Yeah, that's true. This is Chekhov's rosary.
CGI blood fills the screen. We get the title card.
Stigmata.
Cut to a woman saying the Hail Mary prayer, and we get a fucking guitar riff.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy
This song.
Clip it.
Do you have any idea who the artist is, Zach?
No clue.
Chumbawamba.
What?
No way. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are wondering, what was the turn of the century really like? This is it. Not only the music, but the cinematography, the way it's shot all shaky with that weird filter.
The color toning.
It's definitely come.
This felt really Tony Scott derivative to me.
Yes, but everybody was doing it. Oh, before he offed himself.
Okay.
I'm sorry, before he jumped off a bridge.
Before he went swimming.
Well, that's not what he did.
We don't know.
Patricia's in a neon yellow shirt with porn star on it and a fur coat.
Yeah.
Smoking a heater on the street.
It took me a long time to find out this was Pittsburgh. I just assumed New York City.
Oh,
yeah.
You mean the Columbia Tower didn't give it away?
Repeat offender.
I don't know Pittsburgh at all.
Much like Venom was not in San Francisco, this was not in Pittsburgh.
People know her all around. Tattoos are happening. She's got a package in the mail.
The most 20 CB thing about this scene, them smoking in the club.
There's a more 20CB thing that happens with smoking. When she smokes in the diner.
Yes, and there's an ashtray.
She's a hairdresser with Nia Long, who has a pink wig.
I hate strobe lights.
Oh, strobe lights suck.
Billy Corgan did the music for this movie?
Aerial artist in the club. There's a guy pouring not the whole thing.
She's got a million candles in her bathroom, and her name is Frankie Page.
She says, "Are you too tired to go home with me?" And he says, "I might be tired, but I'm not dead." And I said, "Save note too, bro," because that's happened to me where I'm like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
You don't want to go home with me? I'm like,
Portia's in the club with them. She's got blonde white girl dreadlocks.
It was the time.
They're drinking shots. They're smoking heaters. The dude has an eyebrow piercing. She takes him home. She licks his sweaty chest.
It was 99, man.
Shout out to Harlem Nights. Zach refused to believe that could be an opening move. But
No, they clearly have a fucking relationship. Like a relationship of fucking.
A fucking relationship.
Do they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the first time. Cha. Credits are still going, by the way. Next morning, she wakes up.
The credits are in Aramaic.
Yeah.
It's a huge loft-style apartment.
Open concept.
I was kind of shocked that she could afford to live there, but then it makes sense as the movie goes on why she can live there.
Oh, fuck that phone. Look at that. We need that phone at the phonobar.
There you go. Cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse is her phone. Amin, would you like to daisy chain off of phones with lips?
Yes.
Oh.
Update from blood to phones with lips.
She knew her mom was calling without caller ID.
How did you know it was me?
Without hearing who it was.
Because of the persistent ring. There's only one woman who calls her and lets it ring.
Guess where her mom was? Belo Quinto.
Hello, exposition.
Sent her a package.
I didn't even know you went there. And I said, CT5 liars. Bitch, you've never heard of that place.
Well, she thought she was in Sao Paulo. Come on.
Whatever.
Won't hear from her for a month because she's going to be on a cruise. 20 CB.
That's great writing. Get it right off the board.
Yeah.
Also, I got to point out, shot glasses on the bedside table is crazy.
They were fucking.
Frankie gets it in.
I know they were fucking, but doing shots?
They were fucking.
During coitus?
Dude.
After being at the club all night?
Listen to me, Maze. Frankie gets it in. You know who else gets it in? The dude who smashed and left without saying goodbye.
Muldoon.
Out of way, Bobby!
She's checking out the package, the rosary, all kinds of shit in there she doesn't like.
She switches phones to a lime green kitchen phone with a longer cord.
And then she smells the tea. It makes her sick.
We get spooky whispering throughout this entire scene to let us know that something's up.
She's not going to have anything because she threw up. She's worried she might be pregnant.
Nia Long tells her she's being dramatic, even though she has all the makings of a pregnant broad. How often is her period late?
We go to the Vatican. Gabriel Byrne's there. He's walking the streets and three prosties approach him.
These girls are not new in town and they've definitely had sex before.
Shout out to these hooks.
He shows his priest collar. They start laughing, say, we'll give you the Vatican discount.
Golden dumpster, signed, sealed, delivered.
Menage that note.
Nothing came close the rest of the movie, man. We're 12 minutes in.
Put me down as well.
Well, there's some other.
Oh, Amin's got a different one.
Oh, wow. We're not going to sweep it.
I have other nominees is all I'm saying. We might end up sweeping it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
He goes to talk to Cardinal Houseman, who's looking at pictures of the bleeding statue, doesn't know the trick.
Zach, where are we?
Oh, we're at Vatican City.
Oh, how'd you know?
Well, after he talks to the prosties, we then get a flash of Vatican City.
Ah, there you go.
We built Vatican City.
I kind of like the mystery. We don't get it at first when he's walking the streets.
It could be anywhere.
There is an establishing shot of the Vatican.
There is, but that could be anywhere in Italy.
Okay.
They got all kinds of buildings.
Old buildings. Lots of old buildings, right?
That could be Belo Quinto, for all we know.
Why would there be hooks outside the Vatican?
Why would your dad?
Why would your dad?
Because there's a Vatican discount.
I love the names position that we get right here. The tried and true trope of the movies. Walk in, Father Andrew Kiernan, welcome back. Cardinal Houseman.
Oh, let's establish a hierarchy here.
Oh, I get who they are.
Jonathan Pryce with a dark goatee.
I like it.
Is a little confusing to me because I'm so used to him being white haired.
Oh.
And he's looking at this photograph.
He is.
Yes, he is.
His red pics show the tears are warm. Lab confirms the blood is human, not fake. No scientific explanation.
He was sent to Brazil on a different assignment and he went rogue.
What about that stain on the side of the wall?
Clip in that entire episode of Sunny.
That is the Virgin Mary. What? Oh, take it easy, bro. Look, the head and the arms and the cape.
Look like it.
That's
weird.
Yeah. Hey, what if it's a sign? You guys remember I wanted to be a priest? That's a water stain.
It could be a sign that we need to get our pipes fixed.
What if it's a miracle? It's a miracle.
Miracle.
Well, listen. It could be a miracle. It could be bullshit. There's only one thing we know for sure.
What's that?
It's a goddamn gold mine.
He says, as part of this exposition, they've tracked 50 to 60 crying statues in the last 12 months.
Putting up numbers, man.
And they've all been fake.
This is a thing? People are running this game?
It's a goddamn gold mine.
Price is trying to close this matter, ready to move into his next assignment, but Byrne wants to go back to Belo Quinto to do more tests. He calls it a cornerstone of the people's faith, and Price bristles. Byrne has to establish that he's a scientist who observes facts. Price says, bring that statue back on over to the Vatican. We'll have geologists, engineers, medical examiners.
Can't do it.
I'd like to establish right now that Gabriel Byrne just wants all expense paid trips to Brazil.
Of course.
That's all it is. Did you bring the statue back? Well, no.
No, I mean, I gotta.
Because he wants them to be like, go get the statue, go back to Brazil. Okay.
Oh, of course.
Jonathan Price sees right through it. He knows this game.
He's not the first priest to try to get these free trips.
Father, I have to go to Brazil again.
Price is going to send a geologist instead, and oh boy, Enrico Colantoni.
Father, just shoot me.
Luigi Pinocchio in a major way. I had to triple check that was him.
I have never seen him this way before.
What the fuck? Elliot from Just Shoot Me.
With his little circular glasses, too.
Clipping every line he has.
John Acid digging a pool. Jonathan Price tells fucking Luigi Pinocchio, look into that church.
In Belo Quinto?
And I said, bullshit. The Vatican does not have a Rolodex of every church in the world.
They do. How else do they get their money, dude?
Yeah, it does.
They check the payments.
For real?
Yeah, we're moving money, I mean.
What do you think the church is?
I go to the middle of South Dakota, town of like 12 people. You know what, guys? I'm going to bring Catholicism here. And open up this Catholic church. You telling me by the end of the month, I got a bill?
You're sending a good chunk.
Are they coming to get it from me or am I sending it to them?
I mean, they got soldiers. The Vatican's got soldiers.
Fucking Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Snitching on your ass.
Now, I mean, is going to wait for that bill to not get paid. Paul Bettany's coming.
Oh, no. Am I late?
Oh, no. I forgot to pay my bill.
And my shirt.
Price thinks Byrne can't decide if he's a scientist or a priest, setting up his character conflict for the movie.
Back to the Berg. Nia wants to get a Prego test for Frankie. She says no.
These broads are still doing Prego's position.
Stop mothering me. All right, girlfriend. How did you make her sound white?
Shitload of candles lit as she takes a bath.
Too many candles.
And eats a red delicious apple.
Eating an apple in a bathtub? Insane.
Red delicious. The worst apple.
Absolutely.
Great PR, great marketing, terrible taste, right?
CT5 liar. Red delicious apple.
It's not delicious at all. It's only half lying. It is red.
It is red. Yeah, you're right.
Have you guys ever lit a candle to take a bath?
For sure.
You have?
Absolutely.
Maybe one.
Me and Derek.
Not 47.
No, I've probably lit 10 before.
10 candles.
Wasn't alone.
What the?
He's setting the mood, man.
Derek?
He likes candles.
Hey guys, remember that conversation 5 minutes ago about she's late and she might be pregnant?
No, I don't remember it.
No?
Should I go back?
Okay, let's listen to it again.
Oh, they're going to play it?
Yeah, they're going to play it while she's in the bath by herself.
Sweet. So I don't have to rewind the movie.
I thought she was talking to herself. No. It's so much worse than that.
Late like a week? You're always late. Excuse me?
Always late? Always late?
How many times is she going down to Planned Parenthood? That's my question now.
How much semen does this woman have in her?
Gallons.
Underwater side popo shot.
She touches a tattoo on her belly button piercing. She got them both done at work because they have a tattoo artist, a piercer, a nail artist.
We find that out
in the hair salon.
It's one-stop shop. You go in there, you come out a new man or a woman.
It's a car wash.
Close up on the beads. Hi, Brent. Panning to Jesus. We get a drip, drip, drip over the edge of the tub. A candle goes out. Doves appear and fly around the bathroom suddenly. She picks up a feather.
Doves are just white pigeons, right?
Yeah.
Going back to great PR, dove, you're not special.
That dove, though, ass off.
Well, pigeons are unhoused doves, if you want to be
really
sophisticated about it.
Racist.
How's that racist?
The white ones are housed and the birds of color are not?
When's the last time you saw a dove on the street?
The BOCs.
Or behind the 7-Eleven begging for a cigarette.
That feather falls in the bathwater. Contamination. Disgusting. You have diseases now.
She gets thrown back in the tub.
Sucked under.
Thrashing about underwater.
That undertow.
She's drowning in 8 inches of water. It's amazing.
A flash of nails getting hammered into Jesus' arms.
What?
She bleeds from the wrists. Fade to black.
I thought it was a hallucination.
An ambulance driving through the rain. Nia's there in the hospital. I don't understand why there's so much blood.
I don't understand why there's so much jargon. She sits up in the hospital bed. She screams, falls back down, flatlines.
My favorite free time thing is flatlining.
Heart rate dropping.
Flatlining is when you technically lower your heart rate until, well, you're dead.
Still dropping.
Then you can catch a glimpse of the afterlife. Got the idea from the film Flatliners, Joel Schumacher film shot by Jan de Bont. You know, I try to fit in a F-line sesh at least once a week.
2, 1, hit him.
Oh, wow. Did I shit my pants?
Not this time.
Then vitals go back to normal. She wakes up. She's cool.
It's not half past dead. It's what?
Not even a quarter past.
30 seconds past the hour?
It's 30 seconds to dead.
Back to life. Holy shit, she's still bleeding.
She's hemorrhaging blood.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck?
It's Kill Bill levels of blood pouring out.
Dr. Ann Cusack identifies puncture wounds from a sharp object. Frankie's not in pain, and they only bleed when Ann touches him. Frankie says,
maybe you shouldn't touch it.
I mean, great point.
Same note, too.
The wounds are identical. They missed the main artery by less than a centimeter.
Metric system?
That's such a small measurement. There's no way she's seen that.
You think God did that on accident, Zach?
Old eagle eye there? There's no fucking way.
Zach, not eagle eye, lion eye. We learned that from Craven.
Oh, lion eye. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, my bad.
Ann insists they're self-inflicted wounds, and Frankie is denying it. She just wants to go home.
Any trouble with a significant other? Yes. And that is, I'm not very significant. Cobra formula?
Thunder rumbling, tub overflowing, endless dripping, blood on the floor.
Okay. A complete mess. Nia says, turn off the light and come back to bed. What? Clean that shit up. Drain the tub.
Was it a vision or not?
Nia's in the bed?
She smells flowers.
What? This is crazier than getting Jesus wounds. Letting all that go. A full bathtub?
Well, I wasn't sure if it was real or not.
It's real.
And it's spectacular.
So the endless dripping water is real as well. Her apartment leaks like crazy.
The entire movie is dripping water.
Horseman.
I have a theory about this. She's a hairdresser. How does she afford this massive loft apartment, even in Pittsburgh, right? You ever notice she doesn't have any electricity? There's no power.
It's a shithole.
Lights are out. She's always got candles. She's a squatter.
Can't call the super.
Squatter.
Oh. Only when Nia's there.
Ern swipes his key card at the Vatican. Like that touch.
Yeah, I like that.
He's here to see Brother Delmonico and drops off a carton of Pall Mall cigarettes from duty free.
Is that currency in the Vatican? Cartons of cigarettes?
Vatican jail.
They drink wine in the library and discuss Bello Quinto. Ern has become disillusioned with disproving miracles.
They discuss Jobs' position is what they discuss.
They sure do. The real miracle is believing anything.
We learn that Delmonico is a translator. He's done 15 out of 35 gospels.
20 to go.
Everyone had a different experience of Jesus, so they all wrote different stories. You see, all the gospels there, interpretations, memories, dreams, reflections.
And there's no one gospel in Jesus' actual words.
We're all blind men in a cave, looking for a candle that was lit 2,000 years ago.
Most sensitive documents are divided into threes: Dominicans, Franciscans, and Jesuits.
Jesuits, what up?
Truth of any document only known to a very powerful few.
1/3 goes to Al Horford, 1/3 goes to the Atlantans, and the 1/3 goes to Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik?
Jesuits. Play on words. I'm being clever here.
I went to a Jesuit high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you have to translate 1 out of 3 pages?
He only got a third of an education.
No, that was in college. I got a great education in high school.
Nothing gets out of here, does it? Unless, of course, they want it to. Dun, dun, dun.
What are we talking about?
He's skeptical.
Back to the Berg. Frankie with more echoes position from previous convos with the doctor.
Umbrella in the rain. Slow motion.
A lot of rain.
That's not rain. That's a bucket of water
thrown at her.
It's the hose of water from fucking Assassins against the window. Turn that shit on top of her.
She's fine. She's booked all day. This woman, Jen, is giving details about a date with the tax lawyers. Frankie brushes a woman's hair. That's how she does hair, I guess.
I saw Jen and I said, oh, Jen just came back from Jamaica, apparently.
She's describing her date with a tax lawyer who growled for every bite of steak.
Okay.
Craven.
That's when I said this shop has everything Stefan style.
Yes, clip it.
New York's hottest club is spicy.
Sorry, is that spicy?
Spicy. Opened in 2017 on the Upper East Side of a dumpster. This 24-hour bitch fest is the creation of club owner Rabbi Jude Diamond Phillips.
Yep. Sure.
And this place has everything.
Good.
Sandworms,
Great.
geishas, rock eaters, a 7-level course in adult education. And if you want to relax, you can kick back in your very own Subway sleeping bag.
So what is a Subway sleeping bag?
It's that thing of when you're on the train and you sit between two guys in FUBU jackets.
Golden Dumpster growling about the steak and made me wonder, do I want to watch a movie just about the tax lawyer? What's the backstory here?
What kind of a movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Frankie hears noises in her head and wanders away from her client. She sees a woman in a blue raincoat holding a baby wrapped in red across the street.
Pigeons everywhere.
I guess it's supposed to look like her.
It's her, right? It's not her?
It's not her.
Well, at first it wasn't her, and then I thought it was her.
I thought she saw herself.
Well, luckily the movie straightens it out. There's this whizzing camera. She sees the baby dropped into the street. Station wagon driving crazy.
Helen Hunt.
And then Jeep comes diving in out of nowhere to catch the baby. Thank God.
Same note too.
Oh, really?
Minaj?
No.
Oh, Amin.
Whoa.
Because my note was Helen Hunt flies down the street, or is it the guy from the beginning of Angels in the Outfield driving through the neighborhood?
Fuck you.
Sorry. Different Cinephobe references.
She runs out screaming.
Does someone catch the baby?
No,
it gets run over.
Disappears.
Okay.
She's screaming, "Where's the baby?" Nia runs out, says there's no baby, there's no lady. She's crying. She's hysterical.
She did pick up a red blanket, though.
Now they're on a subway. Sees two nuns and a priest sitting at the other end of the subway car. She gets up, walks to the priest, asks if he's Andrew Kiernan.
Okay.
He's not. May I help you? No one can help me. I'm fucked.
Now I'm fucked.
Cobra formula?
She snatches the crucifix off of one of the nuns
Like Aqib Talib.
Yes.
and chucks it down the subway car.
Like Aqib Talib. Same note too.
I laughed so hard.
Nun Crabtree. Sister Crabtree.
Sister Crabtree, yes.
Yeah. Her grandmother gave her that chain.
Yeah. Then she strap hangs and she gets whooped like they want her to say her name is Toby.
Oh.
It was remarkable.
Whip sound effects, getting lashed across the back, whip flashes. Every time she gets Stigmata, I get epilepsy.
Yeah.
Which I understand later when the doctor is like, maybe you have epilepsy. Talk about the audience.
It turns into the same directing style as the sex scene in Simon Says.
Oh,
Yes.
I got a Simon Says reference later on.
Oh, shit. How about that?
How about that?
She falls down. Her back is bloodied. She's sobbing. Back to the hospital, treating the wounds, sewing them up, scheduling tests, pregnancy test, negative.
While they're in surgery, the doctors are looking at each other like, this bitch again. They definitely think, oh, this girl's a freak.
They think she's trying to off herself. Yeah.
So, Zach, who do you want to be? You want to be the doctor?
I want to be the doctor.
Did you run a pregnancy test?
Yes.
Am I pregnant?
No.
Was I?
I don't know.
Doctor of the year.
He could not have given a fuck. I don't know.
Doctor of the fucking year.
Test montage? Eyes, ears, hearing.
Yeah, this needle extends and then squirts her in the eye.
What the fuck?
Money shot?
And then there's a hearing frequency test.
Andrew Kiernan saying mass, giving communion.
Crosscut with blood tests. Filmmaking.
This is the blood of Christ. This is the blood of Christ. This is the blood of Christ. This is the blood of Corey. Just kidding. It's the blood of Christ.
Tests are over. She's talking to the doctor. She's in good health despite the wounds. They think it might be epilepsy. She reacts like they said it was AIDS.
Explain this shit, motherfucker. What the fuck is this on my back? How is that epilepsy?
You had an epileptic seizure and you scratched your back up.
Scratch your back up?
Look at my arms. Look at all this.
You had an epileptic seizure and you smashed both your wrists on pointy objects.
She looks like Skeletor's henchman whipped her with a laser whip. What are you talking about? Scratched her back up.
Also, I was on a subway. There were numerous eyewitnesses.
Well, they don't know. I mean, they're confused, okay? So they're going to put some electrodes in her upper neocortex. You're going to put wires in my head?
She stops his jargon's position to translate it for us, and I said, thanks, Frankie.
Nia tells her to get a second opinion, and Father Durning is waiting for her in the hospital.
Yeah.
Asks if she knows what stigmata are.
He said it.
And then he hands over a business card.
And Nia's like, get the fuck out of here. Let's get out of here. Back to the Vatican. No record of a church in Bella Quinto. Not one of theirs, at least. No record of the priest either. But they do have footage of the subway car with Frankie.
Some kind of attack.
This is my favorite part. We have your next assignment. And he goes, Bella Quinto? He's so excited to go back to Brazil.
No, Pittsburgh.
The Bella Quinto of Pennsylvania.
Close. You're going to a La Quinta.
They freak out. They're like, we need to get this situation under control. Not to solve the stigmata, but there was one single newspaper article about this unseen force attacking this woman.
Yeah.
We got to get this under wraps. Fucking Vatican, man.
Meanwhile, Father Kiernan's like, guys, I don't know. I think I got to get back to Brazil.
Yeah, I think I should go back to Brazil and Bella Quinto.
More Frankie walking in the rain, slow motion, tattoos and piercings. They're gossiping about her before she comes in, and they all turn and stare at her.
Hey, Frankie. Hey, Frankie.
Feel like I should do a monologue or something.
I don't know why, but that feels 20 CB.
Customers like, oh, I'll just wait for Donna.
They all want Zohan to cut their hair now.
Yep.
She doesn't want Frankie to do her hair. She wants to wait for Donna to turn the thermostat up to 82. All the windows closed so it gets sweaty.
She's in the back. She can hear them whispering. She calls them out on it. Can you guys stop whispering like it's a goddamn church as she walks out? And oh, Andrew Kiernan's here.
Perfect timing.
Oh!
She hears them whispering because these broads learn how to whisper in a helicopter. What the fuck, man?
These broads.
Frankie asks if he wants his nipple pierced.
Maybe start with a trim and go from there. They small talked. Live in Rome. She's from Naples. He speaks Italian.
The most beautiful city in the world in Italian.
She's from Naples, Florida. What part of this woman made you think she was from Naples, Italy, you dumb fuck?
Well, hold on. Let my man cook. Come on, man. He want to show he speak Italian. Tutti bella. That's how you get him.
You look at Frankie. I don't think it takes Italian. Okay.
Just cut it out, that's all. That's no way to talk to a dame.
You're throwing out a steak dinner when a Happy Meal will do, okay? It's not going to...
Growling every time you take a bite of your Happy Meal.
You just got to throw some French fries at her. It's fine.
Portia wonders if she's hitting on the priest. She is.
Of course she is.
He says his name is Andrew Kiernan. Everyone stops.
She's always late.
Donna.
Of course she's hitting on the priest.
Let the boy watch.
Frankie's been expecting him. They go get coffee. Exposition that he's a Vatican investigator. Starts asking questions.
She lights up a cig.
Casually.
She's 23. She doesn't go to church because she doesn't believe in God.
What?
That's it. All right. Well, interview over.
His mind is blown.
My mind was blown when I found out she's supposed to be 23.
Hey, man, she's lived a life.
She has.
That's a lot of miles on that Tahoe.
Oh.
Tahoe, it's a car.
He says that stigmatics are deeply religious people, no exceptions, and he gives us exposition.
Hello, exposition.
About Christ's 5 wounds. Back scourged by whips, gashes in his forehead from a crown of thorns, nails driven through his hands and feet, finally, a spear driven through his side.
Throughout history, only deeply devout people have been afflicted with these wounds.
Why?
There really is no satisfactory scientific explanation. All stigmatics are haunted by such intense spiritual pain. In some ways, it affects them physically. They're assaulted by their own visions of evil, and they manifest this battle in their bodies. The church, on the other hand, regards it as a gift from God.
A gift. Can I give it back?
Do you guys know, actually, the way Christ is depicted as crucified is not how they used to crucify people?
I'm sure we'll get some exposition about that in a little bit.
No. Even this shit is wrong. They never crucified people with their arms out. They crucified them with their hands above their head. The way you die from crucifixion is from asphyxiation. Your lungs get tired.
Is it because the torture of having your hands in the air but not being able to wave them like you just don't care kills you?
Among other things, yes. Also, not being able to declare that you're a square from Delaware and you have on clean underwear. All of those things contribute to the demise.
Frankie shows her wrist holes to burn, but it's hard to see them because she's got that distracting giant neon yellow ring on.
That was a ring pop.
Nah, ring pops.
It looks like one, but it's plastic.
Yeah.
Byrne says it doesn't matter what he thinks. It's not a case for the church. And then she tosses over a scroll she scribbled in Italian. Split a piece of wood and I'm there. Lift a stone and you will find me. Byrne thinks it's beautiful.
She starts freaking out.
Thinks it's a warning. Can't escape it.
Gets mad, leaves. Cut to her apartment. She's got a lot of books about religion, epilepsy, women who hurt themselves.
I'm reading. Don't get epilepsy books.
Guess what?
What?
Guess if there's exposition.
All caps, tactical redundancy.
Oh, of course.
It was from the last scene.
Of course it is. It's always from the last scene.
Tactical redundancy echoes position.
They think you're an idiot.
And yes, she's absolutely a squatter. Candles and leaks.
And while we're at it, let's look up the definition of stigmata. They defined it. Cut to the club.
Shots, fire breathers, Sean Astin digging a pool. Nia Long would not go to this club.
Well, Nia Long is not black in this movie.
That's great casting.
You know what her character name is?
Donna.
Donna Chadway.
Chadway?
A white woman from Pittsburgh.
Zach, I will add on to your Sean Astin. Not only is she at this club, she's drinking a 22 ounce of Miller Lite.
Come on, man.
That's not a regular 12 ounce bottle. That's a double deuce.
A double douche.
More than halfway to 40.
The Satan dude breathing fire, because he is painted red, reminds me of the warehouse party that Calvin goes to rescue Keith from in Righteous Gemstones. That's where we're at right now.
That's a good call.
Frankie shows up to join them.
Sits down with Donna. There's a server walking by with a bottle of tequila, I believe, and shot glasses. And Frankie orders 2 doubles each. And I said, have we been out on a date before? I told you guys about that, right? The girl that ordered a triple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So there is a precedent.
She went there looking to get drunk and looking to get dick down.
She wasn't looking.
Because she's looking for the guy the whole time.
She's finding it.
You know what's scarier than not believing in God? Believing in him.
What?
I mean, really believing in him is a fucking terrifying thought.
If there is one, he hates her. She starts going off about having fucking holes in her wrists and slashes on her back.
If it isn't God doing this to me, then who is? And I said, I thought you ain't believe in God, you lure.
Nia goes, I think you're losing it, man.
Chill out. It's Friday night.
Not helpful.
Same note too.
I'm trying to drink shots and watch Satan blow fire. And you're fucking up my vibe.
She walks away and we get a flash of a crown of thorns hitting the head. She grabs her head.
Oh, I thought it was a flash of Drago ramming Rocky in the head.
Oh, you thought it was the death in Rocky 4?
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, the brain pain coach.
Mace, I've been thinking we just did a movie that did all of this shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm remembering it was Rocky 5 every time he gets hit in the head and he has his CTE head movies.
Brain damage.
She is bleeding so much from her scalp. She's freaking out. We see the thorns go into her head. Nia's now freaking out. She runs out into traffic. It is pouring rain.
It's a goddamn miracle that she never gets hit by a car in this movie.
It's a miracle she doesn't drown in the rain.
That too.
There's too much rain.
Nia comes running out after her.
She's causing like 15 car wrecks.
She's screaming, shaking her head in slow motion, bloody face.
She gets home. Andrew's waiting for her. She runs away down an alley. He goes after her.
She runs away back into traffic again.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with this woman?
Unhoused doves scatter in slow motion in front of him. Now trash is swirling around.
He's obsessed with this trash. He can't stop staring at it.
Yeah.
Looking and turning, and it's like a fucking Michael Bay shot.
Steam pipe covers blow.
Oh, what pipes?
Steam pipe.
Oh, steam pipes.
Covers blow.
Got it. Okay.
Steam fills the alley.
Window panes are shattering. Fire escape ladder drops down.
Frankie smashes a bottle and starts carving scribbles on a Cadillac hood. Her eyes are glowing yellow now. Byrne starts his tape recorder and she points at him with the broken bottle and starts shouting in what I call gibberish.
Oh, same note too, bro.
Same note too movie.
Nia runs up. It snaps Frankie out of it. She starts crying. They cut to her in a church. She wakes up. They're taking care of her. Nia's checking on her, jokes that she looks like shit. Frankie says she smells flowers.
Byrne is rewinding and replaying Frankie's stuff.
He calls Delmonico. That's an expensive phone call.
Put it on the Vatican's tab, baby.
Had to be a collect call.
Had to have been collected.
Either that or Father Durning's church, they don't have to pay their bills for at least 3 months.
Or he's also waiting for Bettany to come.
Oh. Why'd you say that with the Irish accent?
Byrne is playing Delmonico, the recording, and he says, what is it? Is it gibberish? No, it's not gibberish at all.
Priest of the year here. What are you doing, man?
We cut to Frankie walking through the church. He's looking up at carvings of Jesus.
Looks at the nail, looks at her wrist, looks back at the nail. Tells Byrne, it can't be Stigmata because the nail is in Jesus' hands. And I have holes in my wrists.
And now he's going to actually mansplain like he's Dan Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you dumb broad. In Roman times, this is how they actually did it.
Statues aren't scientifically accurate. You're telling me that every painting, every statue, every crucifix is wrong? No, just inaccurate. I didn't lie, Frankie.
They didn't lie, Henny.
Why did Tommy Throckmorton show up there?
Tommy Throckmorton wants you to know that nails go in the wrists, not the hands.
He tells her about the words that she's repeating, form of Aramaic. They haven't been used in 1900 years since the time of Jesus in Galilee. They cut to her on a roof. Is she going to jump or is she just a cut goyle?
After the week she's having, it can't be a good place to be. To gather your thoughts.
Absolutely not.
Red shiny shirt and leather pants to go contemplate jumping.
That's what that is.
Guys, what did the translation say again?
Lift the stone, split the wood.
I wish that I could hear it again.
Oh, yeah.
To know.
Oh, well, some voices will whisper it to you.
Okay.
She walks along the ledge, goes inside. Now we're at work. Nia calls. Her machine doesn't even pick it up. Andrew shows up, breaks into her building, then breaks into her apartment.
Yep.
Candles fucking everywhere. Amin's right. She's a squatter. Just noticed that inflatable chair for the first time.
It's got a bunch of weird chairs. She's also got like a Ritz cracker collage background.
Maze, what's going on with that Ritz cracker wall?
I couldn't tell. It seems like one of those staged Instagram background areas before that was a thing. It also seems like maybe she's ripping off Warhol.
Yes.
It's very confusing, man. This is a very confusing apartment, but she is scribbling Aramaic on giant blue panels of her wall.
Please clip in once again the depreciation scene from the breakup.
This is your new favorite clip.
I love that clip, man, so much.
That's called aesthetics. It warmed this place up so it didn't look like an army barracks, which it was about to.
I'll tell you what it's called in his language, depreciated. That's what it's called. Unless the next buyer happens to have your same Zulu voodoo land taste.
Brent takes out his huge Nikon, starts popping pictures, asks, "Who are you?" And she turns around, her skin's all fucked up.
She looks beat.
Her eyes are all wonky.
That's what the syphilis does.
Clip, the messenger is not important in Italian.
Il messaggero non è importante.
The flashes finally piss the demon off.
Yeah, she gets mad.
Demon is like paparazzi.
And then she stumbles towards him.
She walks like Mr. Burns.
Wearing platform sandals, then gets in bed, falls asleep.
Oh, those are ridiculous 20 CB shoes. Also, thought she would attack him.
No.
Didn't really attack him.
She's tired. Water's dripping down on her face. It's the only moisture in that room right now.
And it moisturizes her skin.
Now she's less haggard. She says her heart's breaking, wants to know why she's so sad.
I have dated this girl.
Then it smells like flowers, jasmine, rose, or some shit I don't know.
Bern can smell it too. And then he explains that she wrote all the Aramaic on the wall.
Frankie, come take a look at this.
She doesn't remember.
Back to Vatican City. We're getting the Cardinal going over the reports. He doesn't like that it's not being diffused, wants them to conclude it immediately and present it in New York at the end of the week.
Bern refuses to believe that the Aramaic doesn't mean anything to Frankie.
How many fucking pictures of this wall do we need?
A lot. She's got doves eating out of the palm of her hand. Literally.
Fucking pigeons, man.
Taking more and more photographs. She insists, "I don't know what the hell that means." She just wants her life back.
She leaves and goes flower shopping. Typical.
In a yellow jacket and red bandana.
Andrew's following her, apologizing.
Clip this TLCB song, man.
Sinead O'Connor.
Don't argue amongst yourselves because of the loss of me. I'm sitting amongst yourselves. Don't think you can see me.
She says, for a priest, you're pretty relentless. Oh, I guess I stopped being a priest and slipped back to being a scientist. Oh,
this is before Spotlight, right?
Absolutely.
He tells her he was an organic chemist. She thinks he's a fucking nerd.
The most 20 CV description. So you got glasses with the Scotch tape and pocket protectors?
She got it from The Simpsons.
Professor Frink, right?
Yes.
She's smoking. He's rambling about the creation of life. Lilacs and hedgehogs and snails. Beer and cheesecake.
Starting lineup of science right there.
Call out and look at me. Be happy for me.
He figured God was more important than organic chemistry because it was responsible for life. And she doesn't trust him because he doesn't get his dick wet.
Nope.
Father Kiernan says,
he's like, yo, I wasn't always a priest, bitch.
I used to crush pussy. He had an obsession with pussy crushing counting, apparently.
And he made a choice.
He exchanged one set of complications for another.
There's a good way to put it, but then I realized Catholics can't beat off, right?
No, celibacy.
They're not allowed to beat off, right?
Celibacy isn't just not having sex. It means not doing anything.
You can't beat off ever.
You can't beat off.
Thou shalt not spill thine seed.
No wonder they're fucking on edge all the time.
You're just putting this together now.
Yeah.
2025.
I get it. You can't have sex. You know what, man? I could take a vow of celibacy easy. But you're telling me celibacy also means can't even tug, give it a tug? A rub and tug?
You can't even give it a once over.
I'm talking about my own shit. I can't even take care of business. Can't pet it. You ever do that? You accidentally hit your dick like, oops. What happened there?
Oh, who was that? Sorry.
You saw what Paul Bettany was doing in Da Vinci Code, man. He had the silice around his thigh. That's getting off.
Oh.
That's to stop him from ever wanting to.
Wait, that's what he wanted to do that whole time? That's what that was about.
Yeah.
I thought it was to stop him from murdering or some shit like that. I don't know. He's a weird albino.
He did plenty of murder.
He did a lot of murders. He's trying to not beat the meat.
No, that's murdering for Christ.
Not murdering the pussy.
He's trying to not give that body of Christ, if you know what I mean.
The body of Christ. Sleek, swimmer's body, all mustered up and toned. Body of Christ. Oh, what a body. I wish I could call it my own. Lord Almighty, I've never been so enticed. Oh, I wish I could have the body of Christ.
The sound drops out. They're smiling and laughing. Romantic piano music.
Holy tension.
Let's interrupt this romantic date with a flash of a nail to the foot. And she eats shit out of her chair.
He starts copping a feel the second she falls into those flowers.
She does a great flop back.
Yeah.
Convulsing.
She deserves to get crucified for those stupid ass shoes.
Fade to black. Drip of blood into water again. He's cleaning her foot wounds.
Yes, if this is the fourth one, there are 5. What's the 5th?
She reminds him how many wounds there are. He told her.
Priest of the year.
Forgetful ass motherfucker.
The spear in the side is the wound that killed him. He says, don't worry, no one's ever gotten the 5.
And also, no Stigmatic has ever bought a boat named Live Forever.
She wants to know if he's met another person with it. Padre Pio, small village in Italy, 23 years old, same age as St. Francis of Assisi.
Who's St. Francis of Assisi?
First to receive it, 13th century, wild young man.
He was a wild young man.
Yo, he was fucking. Yeah. Imagine what it took to be wild in the 13th century.
Crushing.
Well, you're 23. You're basically 40 already.
Yeah.
So you've lived a whole life before you change your ways.
Padre Pio lost a pint of blood a day?
Yep.
What?
She asked, how many wounds did he receive? And his answer is, he lived to old age. And I said, CT5 worst liars.
Terrible liar.
She says, how many wounds?
2.
And this, Father Kiernan, is why you're not in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
You're just too fucking heavy-handed with all your shit.
Fucking scientist, man.
This is when we learn that the odor of sanctity, smelling flowers, is a sign of this.
Definitely come. Oh.
Then we see that this priest has more film than a hooker living with Bob Hoskins in LA.
Oh, yeah.
I was searching for a way to connect them.
Incredible, real quick, tiny montage here of him picking up the film, and then we see a dial-up internet cable being plugged into a computer. That's him developing the film, getting it processed, scanning it,
email,
and sending it via email.
Let me announce to everyone, particularly the younger listeners who don't know about this.
That took a week right there.
Minimum.
The Sean Astin digging a pool is the scanned image coming up on the screen. Nope. Motherfuckers would have had hours.
Yeah.
They would have walked away and did other shit, had other adventures, and came back, and it was only a third of the way there.
He's sending the pixelated images of the Aramaic to Delmonico for translation, and Delmonico says, don't send me any more of these pictures. We learn it says, the kingdom of God is inside you and all about you.
We also learned that Delmonico learned to whisper in the same place the girls from the fucking salon/piercing tattoo parlor.
So Delmonico, looking at this massive white box PC in the library, reminded me of the monks in Simon Says when they go on the internet.
Yes, you're right. Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of that.
I love religious people using old computers. For some reason. That's what Cinephobe has taught me.
Get on the internet, my brothers.
I'll wait for your email.
He knows he's being watched. He knows he's being tracked. He leaves.
He tells Byrne that the Gospels Commission closed down by Cardinal Houseman. They discovered a document that looked like a completely new gospel written in Aramaic. It may be Jesus' actual words. And right then, Father Luigi Pinocchio sees Delmonico as he tries to delete all the files.
Finds the library photo, prints them out. He's busted.
He recovers the deleted images, no problem.
He also took it out on a 3.5-inch floppy, 20 CB.
Stops the cardinal to show him.
Sees the picture and says, do you have the neg? And I said, oh.
Father Durning and Byrne discovered that there's a reflection of an old man in the mirror in the negatives.
Mm-hmm.
That comes back later, right?
Well, there's a connection. If you're looking at the man in the mirror and you've got the Catholic Church involved, there are some common interests here with the Catholic Church and the guy that's looking at the man in the mirror. If you think about it.
I thought you were asking him to change his ways.
They're never asking to, they're just asking to cover it up. Delmonico calls Boris the Blade, says the missing Jesus gospel turned up.
Oh, Delmonico and Boris the Blade and Father Alameda. We're all in the photo from the beginning of the movie. It's the three guys.
The big three. Cut to Andrea at Frankie's apartment. Her wounds are getting better. She's starting to heal. She tries to kiss his hand.
There's so many candles.
Dripping water, candles, horsemen.
Squatting as a horseman.
She's trying to fuck.
Oh.
He walks away. She's covered the writing in red paint.
You know you would lose your mind if a woman touched you like that. If you'd been celibate for that long, you ain't even beat off, so that's all percolating inside your balls. And a woman touched you like that, coming everywhere, on the touch, on the spot. No chance.
She grabs his hand. She got bored and was sick of looking at the writing.
We get a water drip going in reverse.
She starts touching his face. She kisses him. Please clip in McLovin saying, I have a boner.
No, don't clip that, Maze.
Yes, and we can clip that and clip that and.
How are you no butting clips?
Because
clip that and.
Because
clip that and.
Guys, 271 episodes of Cinephobe. I begged you.
No.
And now it's finally appropriate.
I'm not doing it.
It's finally appropriate.
No, I won't do it.
It's the exact same situation.
It's not the same situation.
No, don't do it.
I got a boner.
Good.
He walks away. She wishes he wasn't wearing that uniform. It has nothing to do with the uniform. She says, what is it, your vow?
You took a vow to be dead from the neck down.
She gets furious. The demon voice comes out of her. She shoves him.
Throwing his ass around like a rag doll.
She's ass on as she's lip syncing here.
Answer me.
She sounds like Stifler and Will Ferrell after that fucking dirt in your neck.
Mm-hmm.
She sounds like Batman.
Her voice is going back and forth and sort of combined between her voice and Father Alameda's voice.
It reminded me of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader in the Kenobi story.
But so much worse.
You are so proud of your holy abstinence! Like touching a woman would kill you! Women are getting those complications! That's why you became a priest. It has nothing to do with your convenient little stories! Oh, you're so proud of your church! Of virgins and eunuchs!
Why does she have full-on school lockers in her apartment?
Same note too. What? And she has a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
This isn't a cool little, I brought in a locker. She's got a full wall of lockers.
She's a squatter. She went and got whatever she could find and decorated her house. That's why it's all these trinkets and shit. It's all people's trash.
She throws them across the tub. It's pouring water everywhere. She throws them through her shower door. She grabs a knife and points it at him. How's your faith these days, Father? How's your faith these days?
She starts cutting her own arm.
This is what you fucking call God?
Blood of Christ. She stabs the knife into her wrist wounds all the way through, drops the knife, falls on the bed. Mattress goes flying across the room. She's now floating.
Levitating.
Then goes upright like she's on the cross. Her eyes are bleeding like the statue. Arms are bleeding. Clip in Dennis Reynolds.
I don't want to get too bulky.
Right.
I want to stay nice and lean and tight. I want to get that Jesus on the cross look. You know what I mean?
Saying. I think that crucifixion must have been really good for your core because.
Oh, absolutely. Jesus had like the best. He had the right idea. Hey,
God.
he knew no pain, no gain.
He grabs her and brings her back down to the floor.
That looked like a pose that Chris Angel would do.
This whole movie looks like something Chris Angel would do.
I looked up Incredible Burt Wonderstone.
Oh, yeah.
And Jim Carrey is doing this pose on the movie poster.
Oh, shit. Okay. Does that qualify?
It does. It's a rental, though, unfortunately.
Cut to Boris the Blade getting a fax of the Aramaic. He's terrified. Back to her apartment. Andrew lights a fuck ton of candles because there's no electricity.
And finally finds the rosary beads.
Hi, Brent.
That no one has mentioned.
She is also completely bloody and in bed. You didn't want to clean her up?
Didn't take her to the hospital this time. They stopped doing that.
After a while, it starts getting a little suspicious, especially if you're the dude that keeps bringing her. That's your ass.
She says, I've never seen you pray before. He says, I haven't prayed for a very long time. You're a priest.
No, he's a scientist.
From the Vatican.
This must be the conflict of faith that they were talking about.
We saw him give mass.
Father of the year, man. I'm telling you. That's a horseman.
She calls him to get in bed. He does what? And this is my theory, okay? This guy is not a priest. This is like Blanston pretending to be a gay so Aniston can flip another one at the meeting. This guy is a photographer who is a grifter pretending to be a priest so he can sleep with women. He's a classic professional photographer.
That's why he wants to go to Brazil.
Lying whatever way he can to sleep with women.
Just like Elliot from Just Shoot Me.
100%.
Looking bitches left and right.
Like McConaughey in fucking Ghosts of Girlfriend's Past. That's what this guy is.
I like this theory.
Uh-oh, Vatican boys are at the door.
Sterling, Price, and Dario, we've come to help.
Imagine all this time, you going to Brazil, you're doing all your shit, whatever. The one time you get into bed with a chick, the motherfucker's at the door.
These guys walk in.
Your boss shows up.
God damn.
You got to feel like you got a low jack on, man. These guys are monitoring you.
You ain't trying to get no pussy, are you?
They're going to take her to the archdiocese.
They took it really well. I thought they were like, Father Kiernan.
Well, they had to set him up, though.
They were like, all right, cool. Okay, it's not what you think.
All right, then, Dodge.
Nuns are attending to Frankie in a huge 4-poster bed. Price wants to know what the Aramaic means. He doesn't understand why Delmonico would be informed and not him. Probably because he translates Aramaic. You dumb motherfucker. Price is taking over the case, sends Byrne away. He won't go. They argue. Byrne wonders why he only cares about the Aramaic. Where's your loyalty? Don't you lecture me about loyalty.
And then he drops this bar on him. The last thing I expected to see was you two in bed. I was like, damn it. I knew it. I knew they wasn't going to let that shit slip.
Yep, see, he had to get him to the church, and then he can start dropping this shit on him.
Cardinal establishment fucking killing it, man.
No, he knows what he's doing.
He sees right through this motherfucker at every turn.
He didn't become a cardinal by accident.
It's amazing.
Tells him he lost objectivity because he's pussy whipped.
He's not helping her, and she's getting worse.
Price lies about Delmonico and the photographs. Byrne is walking back to Durning's in, you guessed it, a downpour of rain. Guess who's waiting for him there? Rod A exposition.
Father Boris the Blade.
A blade of exposition slicing through the plot. And all of a sudden, Byrne is the dumbest character in the movie. Because he keeps saying, wait, what do you mean?
So when Boris the Blade does this, is it Cobra formula or is it Christ formula? What's happening here?
Cobra formula question mark.
The gospel of Cobra formula.
You know what? Yes, that's what the fuck this is.
We repeat, it's the most significant Christian relic.
God.
It's a scroll from the 1st century. It's Jesus' own words.
Get fucking through it.
The Vatican wanted to destroy it because it would destroy the authority of the church.
Yeah.
Byrne's like, wait, what? Why would they, huh?
You can't be this dumb.
The Gospel Commission ordered them to stop, which he already knew.
Why would your father?
Alameda refused. He took the document and disappeared. They got excommunicated, which is why the church wasn't on the registry. He pulls out his, look at this photograph of the three of them.
Oh, he recognizes Alameda from the fucking beginning of the movie.
Oh, I saw this man. He's dead. Still doesn't get why the work was stopped.
What was so threatening about this gospel?
Look around you, Father. What do you see?
I see a church.
It's a building. The true church of Jesus Christ is so much more. Not in buildings made of wood and stone. I love Jesus. I don't need an institution between him and me. You see, just God and man. No priests, no churches. The first words in Jesus' gospel are, the kingdom of God is inside you and all around you. Not in the buildings of wood and stone. Spread a piece of wood, and I'm there. Leave the stone, and you will find me. Yes, brother.
And he says, I love Jesus, like Seagal saying, I love Nicholas.
Oh.
All right.
Alameda wore gloves because he was very holy and a tormented man. He covered the marks of stigmata and duh!
Wait, are you saying he was
Duh!
the original Stigmata? Nobody bled harder?
God damn it. How many years have you been waiting for that?
About 20.
20 years in the making.
Alameda's gloves are the same as Rocky's from Rocky 5. The fucking fingerless.
Byrne finally gets it. She's the messenger. She's his messenger.
Oh, God.
And that's it for Rade. All in a day's work. Peace.
Cardinals and priests are around Frankie. She's restrained by the nuns. They're giving an exorcism. Room's shaking. Things are breaking. Fire's growing.
God, I have sinned exceedingly in thought, word, and deed. And I said, same note too, brother.
She shouts, behold your servant dripping with blood in a man's voice. Rain budget in this movie is insane. They're trying to stop Houseman from doing it. He orders everybody out of the room. It's just him against her. He's choking the life out of her.
Choking at 7.
Choke the shit out of her.
But praying for her salvation.
Yeah.
as he's choking the life out of her. CT5 liar.
Yeah.
He also says, I am the church. Alameda says, you're the true enemy of the church.
And Frank is turned on.
Byrne arrives, goes upstairs, duster flapping in slow motion.
She's choking at 7 deadly sins.
Yep.
He throws Price off. Frankie gasps for air. And we get a priest fight.
He says he knows everything, the lies for years.
Tactical redundancy.
Andrew says he spent his last days in the church. Andrew walks back in. Room is on CGI fire.
Yeah.
She's sitting up. He asks if she's Paolo Alameda. Virgin Mary statue catches fire. He asks to make him the messenger.
Does that mean that Father Alameda made out with him?
Absolutely.
And Byrne says, no, that was Frankie. That was Frankie. We get the hybrid voice again. A messenger has faith. You only have doubt. He walks through the flames.
Yo, that fucking dove flies out of the fire, ass off.
John Woo, eat your heart out.
That dove is incredible.
We see Alameda's face. Frankie's suffering the wounds again. He carries her outside. The flames go away. He takes her outside in a white sheet. She wakes up. They kiss. Doves fly down in slow motion.
He's just traveling the globe on the Vatican's dime as a fake priest, photographer grifting ass for pussy and photos. That's all he's doing. This guy's amazing.
As she's holding the dove, there's a statue of St. Francis of Assisi with doves.
That's it?
Go back to Bella Quinto.
Is this Jesus' handwriting?
It's a great question.
Who the fuck knows? He finds a scroll under a trap door and also finds Alameda's analog notes translating it.
That's going to be worth a lot of money.
Whoever discovers the meaning of these sayings will not taste death.
What?
So they're immortal?
That doesn't make any sense because Alameda translated it and then he literally died.
What?
He died. Then, okay, so movie's over. Everyone got it, right? Wrong.
Is there Stigmata 2?
They're going to say, okay, you dumb fucks, we don't think you understood, so we're just going to write this out on the screen for you. In 1945, a scroll was discovered, which is described as the secret sayings of the living Jesus. The scroll, the Gospel of St. Thomas, has been claimed by scholars around the world to be the closest record we have of the words of the historical Jesus. The Vatican refuses to recognize this gospel and has described it as heresy. In case you dumb fucks didn't get the message of this movie. Roll credits.
Shouldn't there be a Stigmata 2 then where they're just trying to fucking kill Father Kiernan?
It's called the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, no. Stigmata 2 Electric Boogaloo. CT5 sequels. Actually, you know what? Let me just do this shit right now.
Well, I want a CT5 crossover where the real Frank Dukes is trying to get Father Andrew Kiernan to safety. The Quest 2.
Well, these are really good. Now they're like, drop Madam Warp off, keep Fallen 2, right above Bloodsport 2. Give me Stigmata 2, The Vatican Strikes Back.
Seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in an upright position. Here we go.
Plot liftoff?
Hercules in Harlem. Plot liftoff is her getting Stigmata in the tub.
Same note too.
Plot liftoff is her opening the package.
Wait, so hold on. Had anybody else gotten that rosary, they would have had the Stigmata?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if that kid had kept it, he would have gotten Stigmata. But instead he sold it.
To a white woman.
If the mom had kept it on the cruise, she would have had Stigmata on the cruise.
Oh my God. Shit. Imagine that on your cruise.
That's not a bad movie.
Speed 2, Stigmata Control.
Yeah.
Crossover.
Stigmata 2, Crucifix Control.
I like that.
You got a lot of titles for Stigmata 2 that I was not expecting. It's a rich cinematic universe.
CT5 Stigmata sequel titles.
Oh, yeah, coming soon.
Hakuna Stigmata.
Oh!
Lion Month is back.
Oh, shit. It's the lion art from Samurai Cop got the Stigmata.
2 Stigs, 2 Matas.
Why don't you try telling us what the fuck happened?
Plot summaries. 1:43 on the clock. Amin, you picked it.
All 3, baby. 1, 2.
Look, do me a favor. I don't want to do a countdown before I do the scene.
Countdown.
No countdown. Can we just
Okay,
do it off of action?
Just in your own time. Good. So
I'm not a rocket ship, okay?
Okay. All right.
Gabriel Byrne is father scientist who really enjoys his trips to Brazil. What's going on there? On one such trip, he takes a detour to Belo Quinto to investigate a statue that cries bloody tears, and I don't mean that in the British way. Birds are flapping around, candles are getting blown out, and there's a bingo child having his arms Vingoli, the father scientist. Not to bring this. Can I start over?
No, you gotta keep going. You gotta go.
Can't even get out of the opening scene.
Ops had to bring the statue back with him.
We're still in Bella Quinto, 40 seconds in.
Otherwise, how else can he justify another expense trip back to Brazil? Cut to Pittsburgh, where some 90s-ass women are having themselves a time at Club 20CB. Frankie goes back with some dude who rails her, then dips without saying goodbye. She wakes up because her mom calls her from Brazil to let her know she said Chekhov's rosary beads to her from Brazil. She tells Donna she might be pregnant. Donna thinks she's just being dramatic despite the morning sickness and late period. She takes a bath and ends up being stabbed in her hands by invisible pegs and is taken to the hospital.
30.
Back at the Vatican, Father Scientist tells Cardinal establishment of his findings and tries the old I left the statue trick.
20.
Cardinal establishment does not fall for. Frankie and Donna are on the subway. Frankie goes and cusses out a priest and chain snatches from a nun.
10.
As a result, God decides to teach her a lesson and whoops her like she said her name was Kunta Kinte. Back at the Vatican, Cardinal establishment tells Father and Scientist. Gotta go to Pittsburgh. They should have let me fucking compose myself a little.
Good luck.
You lost it at Bingo Child flapping his arms, and you couldn't get through Bella Quinto in under 40 seconds. It's 2 minutes of the movie.
Oh my God. How am I getting worse at these, man?
You wrote that one out too.
I know. It's too funny. It was too funny.
All right, I'll go next, Zach. 3, 2, 1. A hard partying 23-year-old hairdresser from Pittsburgh named Frankie gets a gift from her mom who's on vacation in Brazil. It's a stolen set of rosary beads from a blacklisted priest in Belo Quinto. These beads cause her to become possessed by Father Alameda, and she begins suffering Christ's 5 wounds, known as stigmata. An investigator from the Vatican is dispatched to check it out. His name is Father Andrew Kiernan, and he gives Frankie loads of exposition. They end up flirting a lot, even though he's almost 50 and celibate. Frankie starts speaking and scribbling in Aramaic. Luckily, Andrew's priest friend Gianni is a translator. Turns out there was a secret new gospel discovered recently. Alameda, Gianni, and a third guy were responsible for translating it. It might be Jesus' actual words, but Andrew's boss, Cardinal Houseman, shuts it down because it was a threat to the church establishment. So now Alameda is possessing Frankie to spread the gospel. Andrew finally understands that Frankie is his messenger. Cardinal Houseman comes to America, tries to choke her to death. Andrew kicks his ass in a priest fight, carries Frankie through the fire and flames. She awakens, touches a dove, they kiss. Andrew goes back to Belo Quinto and finds the scroll under a trapdoor.
With 23 seconds to spare. I mean, would you like those 23 seconds to try to finish it up?
Tell us more about Belo Quinto.
And the Bingo Child flapping his homemade wings.
Zach, go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
Some white woman in Belo Quinto, Brazil, that her daughter didn't know was going there, buys some haunted rosary beads off the back of a delivery truck and sends them to her daughter. Her daughter now gets haunted by a dead priest who had stigmata and was trying to, I don't know, steal the gospel of Jesus Christ or something that's been banned by the Vatican. We're not quite sure. And so as she's getting this stigmata, the Vatican becomes very aware of it. And a fake priest who is just a grifting photographer who has been traveling the world taking pictures and getting pussy on the Vatican's dime is on the case to go try to sleep with her and try to get that stigmata out of her as he tries to get something else in her. He's trying to help her throughout this stuff, and she's getting stab wounds and she's getting whipped and she's getting all kinds of stuff as her life is ending. She thinks she's pregnant because she's always late. They think it's epilepsy or AIDS or something. We're not quite sure. So as it's getting worse, the Vatican is worried that it's not getting any better. The photographer priest is pretending he's a scientist. He calls his friend back in the Vatican,
30,
Yanni Gospel to Campo, and is wondering why this is in Aramaic and how they can do it. He sends Boris the Blade to help him. And 10. I don't know. The Vatican steals her. They try to do an exorcism. He beats up the Vatican. He brings her out of a fire. They fuck. And the stigmata's out of her. And Jesus lives. Or maybe not. I didn't know the guy's name was Yanni. And then you said Yanni. That's what came to mind is Yanni Gospel to Campo.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. The Aramaic Frankie writes on the wall is, in fact, ancient Hebrew.
Oh.
Which Rupert Wainwright thought looked more intriguing.
Gabriel Byrne spent 5 years at the seminary to be a priest in Rome, and he left to be an actor. So it's actually the opposite of what his character did.
Oh. And ironically, Gabriel Byrne, who plays a priest in this movie, played Satan in End of Days, also in 1999.
Oh, that's right.
End of Days tried to daisy chain to that, was a rental. During the final scene in the garden, a statue in the background is of St. Francis of Assisi, the first person to bear the marks of stigmata in history.
In the subway scene, Patricia Arquette and Nia Long were the only people who weren't stunt people.
It's a CC, not a sissy.
I know. I thought of Once Bitten. The disgruntled, gentle person in Once Bitten. The patron saint of T-girls. When we see inserts of the crucifixion while Frankie has her first attack of stigmata, the arms being nailed are rubber arms with wires that make the fingers slightly move.
Zach, we talked about this before, but this movie was shot in Los Angeles.
Oh.
Set in Pittsburgh. The problem is, at one point, the Columbia Building, in downtown Los Angeles.
Same building seen in Predator 2.
Yep.
It's where the Predator gets zapped by lightning. In the original script, the story centered around a male tattoo artist. This was later changed for unknown reasons.
No, I know the reasons.
We know.
Patricia Arquette was 23 in the movie. Her character was 23. How old do you think she was when the movie came out?
30?
31. Pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Gabriel Byrne was nominated for a Razzie Award for Worst Supporting Actor for his performances in both this film and End of Days.
Really?
Where he lost to Ahmed Best as Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Not really his fault.
Parapsychologist / anomalist Christopher Chacon was the technical advisor to director Rupert Wainwright. Chacon was also utilized by the studio in their publicity campaign to talk about the phenomena depicted in the movie and how it compares to actual cases of similar phenomena he has investigated around the world.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Louis Pinnock Accent Award.
Luigi Pinocchio.
I mean, you've got Gabriel Byrne speaking Italian. You've got the demon voice stuff.
Not her voice, ADR.
You've got a fair variety of nominees, but it is Enrico Colantoni as Father Dario.
Father just shoot me, yeah.
The Luigi Pinocchio.
The first thing he said in this movie was, I have never seen him like this before.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five horsemen, spooky whispering, candles, dripping water, echoes, echo's position, rain, doves, tactical redundancy, turn of the century bitch.
Squatters, Cobra formula with a question mark.
The Gospel of Christ formula.
Giannis. What's Giannis? What do you call him?
Yanni Gospel to Campo? You know what? Let's do that. Yanni Gospel to Campo. When are we ever going to have that again?
It's really a toss-up between candles and dripping water to me.
That's squatters.
Yeah, that would be squatty. I think it's audience, you dumb bitch.
Tactical redundancy is it because of the number of times they do the little echo.
The over-the-top part was when Gabriel Byrne is playing dumb. so that Rade can give all the exposition over again, even though he knows half that shit already.
To me, the over the top part is the fucking text position at the end. Just so you know this.
Well, but that at least was, this is based on something real, you guys. We're not making this shit up. There really is a secret gospel out there that the Vatican doesn't recognize.
Is there?
But we are all dumb bitches in the audience.
Yeah.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Bean Memorial Ass On Award. So, Amin, I wanted to give Frankie's apartment ass on. So that kind of gets the candles and the dripping and the Ritz cracker boxes and all the chairs, the lockers, all that shit.
Yeah, the idea of her paying rent is ass on.
And my other nominee was Frankie's mom on the phone about to go on a cruise.
Ass on? I gave it to her when she was...
Frankie?
Yeah, when she started lip syncing, she did a bad job.
That's on the editor or the sound mixer.
Yeah, I would say probably Yanni, Gospel de Campo.
Yeah, he had no resume.
I know what Zach's doing.
Dick Latessa is his name. And that way we could put Dick Latessa as Father Yachty, Gospel de Campo as the ass on.
I mean, he was bad. The nuns were bad. Oh, and Cusack's terrible.
Paging Dr. Nursework.
Nia Long's is terrible.
Not her fault.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend.
I'm down with Father Yanni.
You are putting Father Yanni Gospel.
I sure am.
That's GOSPELTETOKOUNMPO. Gospel de Campo.
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award. Patricia Arquette is Frankie Page. Gabriel Burns, fine in it. Jonathan Pryce is good in it. I mean, who else you got?
The Dove's pretty good.
I mean, ass off.
I'll give it to Frankie, to Patricia Arquette.
He just tried to give her ass off.
Yeah.
No, for one scene.
Only when she was lip syncing.
Oh, just for the scene.
Yeah,
Oh, got
yeah.
you. Okay.
All the thrashing about and suffering she did earned it for her. She worked hard for this ass off.
That's a very physical role.
Are you good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
To fit you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. I only had one. It's the prostitutes laughing at the priest and offering him the Vatican discount.
Man, that is... Because especially the one holds her own tits.
One of them was really going for it.
When the other one holds her ass,
Same one.
got her cheeks out.
Yeah, same one. The one in red.
She was ass off. She was going for it.
She reminded me of the girl in red who was trying to fuck Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, at the club. All right, these are the other nominees I have. The tax lawyer on the date.
Growling.
Growled every time he took a bite of steak.
Yeah.
I also have, are you Andrew Kiernan? No, I'm Father Durning. Can I help you? No one can help me. Now I'm fucked. And then snatching the crucifix and chucking that shit. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, so we're going to sweep the hooks. Saying the Vatican discount.
We're going to sweep the hooks.
Yeah.
3 of us, 3 of them. Are you saying Vatican discount or Fatican discount? Because one of those is about the church, and one of those I'm sure you'll be like, oh, that's Zion Williamson gets a discount or something.
Well, after he loses the weight and gains it back, he'll get the Vatican discount.
And somehow I'll get blamed for that.
Father Zion. It's a biblical name.
Well, I mean, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Vote or file.
I saw this movie in the theater, and then we had it on DVD with my roommates and stuff, and I used to watch it fairly often, and I used to think this was such a cool movie. And I was surprised when I found out the Stigmata qualified for Cinephobe. I'm like, really? This was a good movie. And then I watched it again to do this episode, and I realized nothing fucking happens. I thought there was this whole big fight against the devil or some shit. Like, nope. It really is a poor man's Da Vinci Code. The church really doesn't want you to know about this. Except in Da Vinci Code, they have Paul Bettany on a fucking killing spree, murdering people. In this movie, they just sent Jonathan Pryce, who tried to choke the shit out of what's her name, and then got his ass beaten. It's like, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, this is tough because I wasn't bored by the movie.
Right.
But I was left thoroughly unfulfilled. That's it? That's all you had to say? That's the whole story? I think it's going to be a phobe for me.
Yeah. I remember telling you last week, I don't think you remember this movie. because I watched it a few years ago during the pandemic. It is not what I remembered.
Right.
Like you, I kind of remember like an exorcism style movie where they're battling a demon and everything and all this stuff. And that doesn't happen.
No.
This is just a pregnancy scare.
Yep.
She turns around. She's so demonic. And I remember that from the trailer where she's got pale skin and the eyes are weird. And she's like, the messenger's here and everything. And then she walks towards him and, we thought they were going to fight. She goes to bed.
Yep. False alarm.
I either needed her to be a demon that fought everybody and tried to kill everybody, or I needed her to be more of a whore. I needed one of those.
I don't know if you needed.
I needed her to fall in this thing and like infect everybody with this demon through sex. I needed something there.
I was going to go in a different direction.
I'm telling you what I needed.
I needed her to either fight him, or I needed the Vatican to be like, we got to put this one down.
Yeah.
And then he's helping her escape and shit.
And then Paul Bettany comes in.
Yeah.
You wanted Paul Bettany.
2 Paul Bettany's.
Amin phobed because Paul Bettany's not in it.
2 Paul Bettany's.
I phobed because she's not either demonic enough or hoorish enough. It's a phobe for me. I don't really want to watch this movie again.
Maze?
It really isn't that bad for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing about Cinephobe is, did this movie get a fair shake? Is it bad? It's not bad. The acting's good.
It's just not interesting.
And they had a vision for the story they wanted to tell, but yes, it's not interesting. This is not a movie I would ever seek out.
Right.
This is not a movie that I ever think, oh, you know what? Tonight feels like a Stigmata night. Apparently, Amin had a bunch of those back in the day.
Apparently, Amin in college was like, yo, Stigmata, throw it on, guys.
I was watching that shit, man.
Yo, it's 2 a.m. Let's pour some double shots and watch Stigmata again.
Hey, Johnny, fire up that Catfish account and we're going to throw Stigmata on and let's have a night.
There's some interesting stuff if you spend more time with Frankie and her friends at the club and the lifestyle that they have. That's very 20CV. Once you get to Rade coming out to give you all the exposition again,
I could have used more him. Let him be something.
It hit you over the head with it. It really thought you were dumb. That's our horseman, is that it thinks the audience is stupid.
Yeah.
And yeah, sweep it. Blood red. Phobe.
Crazy.
Make sure you send us your Phobe file, Golden Dumpster, ass on, ass off, 5 Horsemen, Lewis Pinnock, Plot Liftoff, at Talk Hoops, at Darth Mean, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephopod, at Count the Dings, or drop in that Discord. Be a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
All right, Zach.
I think
the long-awaited Daisy Chain. We gave you some nice options during this episode.
There's some solid John Woo options, but it's not going to be a John Woo week.
John.
Woo!
This one takes a little bit of work to watch. It is on Fubo.
That's not free, is it?
No, but you can get a week trial pretty easily.
All right, just make sure it's not on January 6th.
The Daisy Chain is, there's an Arquette bathing herself.
Is this the... Okay.
No!
Just making sure.
Jesus Christ.
Trying to get us banned off some of the apps.
This is actually Rosanna Arquette.
Oh.
She is co-starring with one Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, God.
We're back.
In the 1993 movie that is a double qualifier, 36% critics, 33% audience.
A DQ.
Nowhere to Run. I've been waiting to do this movie.
I've been waiting to do a DQ.